So I will just give you a brief introduction on focused ultrasound and the principles and some of the potential clinical applications. So focused ultrasound is still an early stage, but potentially revolutionary, non-invasive therapeutic technology. And we really see it as a potential alternative or complement to many different surgical procedures, as well as radiation therapy and drug delivery. With the benefits of focused ultrasound, it could potentially transform the treatment of a wide range of serious medical disorders. And in this process, it could really be a potential to improve the quality of life and longevity for millions of individuals worldwide. It also has the potential to decrease cost, healthcare costs, and overall societal costs. Because the procedure is non-invasive, patients who otherwise would have spent time in the hospital and many days or weeks recovering from different procedures could go home, immediately. This could be an outpatient procedure for many different diseases, and they would be able to get back to work quickly, which would reduce healthcare costs greatly. When we're talking about focused ultrasound for the rest of this briefing, we'll be looking at focused ultrasound itself as the therapeutic modality. And as I mentioned, it has the ability to treat non-invasively. So you're delivering focused ultrasound energy to a spot deep within the body. And you're only treating at that specific spot. And so it's very accurate, precise technology. This is also coupled with a form of imaging, either magnetic resonance imaging, MRI, or ultrasound imaging. And these imaging modalities can be used to both identify and target the tissue that you want to treat, as well as to guide the treatment and control it in real time. And then finally, also to help confirm the effectiveness of the treatment. So the principle of focused ultrasound is really analogous to focusing rays of sun through a magnifying glass and burning a hole in a leaf. And we all probably have done this as a child. But now just think about, instead of the leaf where you're burning a hole, think about a tumor deep inside the body. And you'd be able to focus beams of ultrasound only at that spot in the tumor. This could be as small as a grain of rice, this treatment area. And as you're targeting to this spot, and as the individual focused ultrasound beams are passing through other tissue, they're not causing a harmful effect in the other tissue. So only at the point where all of these beams are converging are you actually getting the biological effect, the heating or other biological effect. Heating is a primary biological effect of focused ultrasound, but there are many other effects that you can get at that focal point. These could be as wide-ranging as the ability to make cell membranes more permeable to drugs, for instance, to aid in drug delivery. Also potentially opening the blood-brain barrier, which would enable drugs that ordinarily can't get to sites in the brain for treatment of things like Parkinson's disease or Alzheimer's, or potentially using focused ultrasound to help enhance the immune response of the body to cancer. So there's a wide range of effects generated by focused ultrasound, and this makes it possible to treat a variety of medical disorders. And when we talked about the thermal effect of focused ultrasound, what makes it really distinct from other thermal methods of treatment, such as radiation, radiofrequency ablation, or laser treatment, is the real sharp demarcation you get between treated and untreated tissue with focused ultrasound. So the line between treated and untreated tissue can be as small as 1/10 of a millimeter, which is really ideal if you are treating an area that might have sensitive structures nearby that you would not like to damage. And when I talked about the many different biological effects, how this enables the treatment of a wide range of disorders. So you can see here a real overview of this, the many different disorders that can be treated. And this is really a snapshot in time now. There's always more disorders being added to this list. You can see many different types of disorders, a lot of neurological, cancer applications. And then this would show you that many of them are still pretty early stage and still in development. There are many that are in clinical trials, and there are several that have been approved in sites outside of the U.S. But there are still only 2 FDA-approved indications at this point, and those are uterine fibroids, which has been FDA-approved since 2004, and a more recent approval of pain for treating pain associated with bone metastases. So you can see there's still a lot of work to be done to have more clinical treatments available throughout the world, but that the progress is really moving along.